Hello, once again, you're welcome to Frontline TV, and today we're going to be sampling some newspapers just for the few minutes that we have. And the first newspaper that we're going to sample the leading stories, I have with me my friend, my brother, my colleague. He is here, and we're going to do justice to the few papers that will be coming your way from newspaper headlines at Frontline TV. So once again, my dear brother, you're welcome to our studios.
Thank you. You're welcome too.
All right, now without wasting much time, we're going to start off with the first daily newspaper. The first daily newspaper, the leading story says, Tinubu warns ECOWAS, West Africa at risk as coup resurface. And the president urges regional unity, decisive action to halt instability. That's the first leading story from the front of the first daily newspaper. And the topmost part has other stories that says federal government bans admission, transfers into SS3 to curb exam malpractice, and also Peter Obi demands independent probe of terrorist collusion claims. This one is very interesting because it's coming from our own home front, which says Taraba governor, that's Governor Kefas, officially registers as APC member. Taraba governor, that's Kefas, officially registers as APC member. And unease trails Tinubu's controversial promotion of ADC officer. 150 million naira can't buy my shoe. This one is coming from Primate Ayodele as he mocks Adilabo. And also police arrest man for killing 15-year-old son. So which of the leading stories are we going to dive into from the first daily newspaper?
Musa, let me start with the one that has to touch with our international reputation as a country.
That's the ECOWAS issue.
Nigeria is probably not understanding why this military coup saga is resurfacing in most West African countries. It could be because of bad example of leadership in West Africa. The people and the military seem not to be in turn with the issue, the way politicians are going about either their purchases, their buyings, their budgeting, the country's budget in all these countries, and of course, the way politicians are handling things. Probably that is what is pissing off the military and the indigenes. Even the issue of Burkina Faso seizing a Nigerian military jet C-130, I still see it is as a ploy to drive Nigeria out of international disrepute, rather to put Nigeria into international disrepute. Burkina Faso may not be doing that on their own. Maybe another bigger country is in Burkina Faso as a bait to disgrace Nigeria in the international domain. So if Tinubu and ECOWAS really want to reposition ECOWAS to what it used to be in the future, they must ask themselves, what politicians are doing in West Africa? Is that what the people want? Because if the politicians are not playing to the dictates of democracy, coup must be there. And when we are seeing them in West Africa, it is nothing to write home about.
So the bottom line of everything is that there may be some people instigating all these things.
Yes.
While we're yearning for the good governance issue that you just talked about. Okay, then what will your reaction be? Being that President Tinubu urges regional unity, decisive action to halt the instability there.
That is still what we are talking about. He's calling for. He's getting it wrong. That can make them to reposition their standard so that the people will not be agitated. In the agitation that happened in North Africa, the Maghreb, with Tunisia, Algeria, blah 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 blah, there was a series of demonstrations in the Arab Spring. So that is the same thing
from the front of the first daily, and still.
Mr. Please, before you go to the next one.
I'm not even going to the next one because I know there are other things.
Yes.
So which of the other stories?
I wanted to talk about two things. The one that the one church pastor says 1.5 million cannot buy
150 million
cannot buy his shoe. If it is true, he said it. It's a disgrace to the church. How can you be talking about affluence when Nigerians are hungry? They're telling your people that 150 million cannot buy your shoes. You say mockery. Ask your people, how many of your members have eaten food in Jalingo? How many of your members have eaten in Umahia? How many of your members have eaten food in Jabode? I'm talking about your shoe, 150 million cannot buy it. The church members should even revolt against him because that is very, very insulting on their spirituality. And then the issue of examination malpractices. When the federal government says, yes, federal government is not ready yet. Because it is not from SS3 that you start fighting against examination malpractices. You start fighting from the psyche of the teachers and psyche of the children right from the word go. Essentially, the next thing is university now. So you should start fighting back from the word go from JSS1. You should start teaching them what it means not to practice things that are not in line with examination and other things. Start teaching them there. So stopping admission into SS3, I like it. But talking about cutting malpractices, even if you like, stop school transfer, it will not stop examination malpractices because you have not set the right standard for that.
Okay. Set up to AGF, obey 6 trillion naira NDDC judgment or face contempt charges.
Come again?
Set up to AGF,
okay.
Obey 6 trillion naira NDDC judgment or face contempt charges. Okay. And also, don't forget, we've made mention that the governor of Taraba State, talking about Abu Bakar,
have joined the APC.
Officially registers as
APC member. Number one.
So on ease, but before I talk about the on ease, that is, if there's anything to talk about the Tinubu's controversial promotion of ADC officer, you know, in the issue of the governor of Taraba State being a member of the APC has caused a lot of stir in the minds of people because of the uncertainty of when that movement will take place. Well, I think when he collected the membership card of recent, he now said in the course of time, a new date is going to be announced so that that movement is going to take place, which will be that he is going to align the state with the programs of the federal government, whereby the state is going to be benefiting a lot from the federal government when it comes to other issues, particularly like infrastructural development and what have you. So there we have it from the first daily newspaper. Now, the second newspaper that we're going to take a look at, that's the front of it, the Nation newspaper. The leading story from the Nation newspaper, 2,000 federal government tractors moved to farms in January. 2,000 federal government tractors moved to farms in January. Dangote locks horns with NMDPRA and also calls grow for president to reject central gaming bill. And the topmost part of the Nation newspaper is talking about UBA strengthens leadership with new executive board appointments. Now, coming back, there have been so many speculations about tractor distribution in recent times. And most of the local governments, down to the local governments, many of the farmers are not beneficiaries of stuff like this. What's your reaction concerning this?
First of all, tractors by how many? What's the number again?
2,000.
2,000. It is assumed that in Niger State, the terrorists are ruling about 3 to 4 local government areas. In Borno State, apart from Maiduguri and a few other towns, it's a no-go area. In Katsina and Zamfara, the same. Where are these tractors going to work? Every part of Nigeria is enveloped with one aspect of terrorism. Is it Benue State? So let them not tell us about tractor. Let them tell us what effort they have put in to protect terrorism so that ordinary peasant farmers can farm first.
Let's go over to this story of the issue of Dangote and the NMDPRA, because it's more or less like Dangote is not happy with the chief executive of that agency.
Which is Ahmed somebody.
Yes, because information on the source of the report is that the industrialist seeks probe of agency and the petrol to sell for 750 naira from that $5 million was spent by the chief executive
on his children's
secondary school education
in Switzerland.
In Switzerland. You understand? So I think that is one of the reasons why they are locking horns.
Musa, Nigeria seems to be a visible entertainment industry. Remember when Akpabio was the chairman of NDDC? That's one will still go under the carpet. Because people in governance, the senators, members of House Assembly, members of representatives, and those in high office of oversight, they are all doing the same thing, putting their children abroad to the detriment of our own universities. Imagine four children spending $5 million.
Secondary school education. And we're not even talking about the tertiary.
And DSS have not investigated this man. And they tell me they don't know about the remittances.
All right, now moving over to the Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard newspaper, the leading story. 2 former governors fueling insecurity, says Troji Bello. And also, that's the allegations of a terrorist saying that two former governors fueling insecurity, Choji Bello. Dangote alleges sleaze at NMDPRA demands investigation. And also from the topmost part of the Vanguard newspaper on the right-hand side, you'll see that Governor Kefas of Taraba State, that is, Governor Kefas dumps PDP, picks APC membership card. And also pension savings under pressure as FX investment growth slumps to 1.6%. And then still 1 week after NAFC 130 aircraft, 11 soldiers yet to be released. That's what's coming from the federal government. NDLEA bust bandits, drug supply chain, NABS fleeing supplier, Gamboli in Niger. And also Super Eagles need better coaching to win AFCON 2025. We're coming to that one in the Sports segment very soon. So where do you stand on these leading stories from the Vanguard newspaper?
First, Turuji, is it Turuji or whatever?
Turuji
Bello, the supposedly Oga of, is it Boko Haram or ISWAP or whatever? I don't know where he belongs to. But the fact that this man is having been said to indict Matawale as part of the people sponsoring terrorism. If it were to be in another country, Europe, Matawale will not be minister by now.
He will have resigned.
He will have resigned and be picked up by the security agencies. But in Nigeria, unfortunately, we do things the wrong way, except when it comes to sharing government money. Matawale shouldn't be there by now. Because people are still pointing, accusing finger at him as being part of the terrorist network in Nigeria. Why should he be in government? So we don't do things the right way, unfortunately. So when we are thinking of Nigeria to be better, Nigeria may not be better with this idea of the way we are running the country. Look at the issue of 5 million naira school saga. Yes.
Between Dangote and
these are very things that are not supposed to be heard in the public domain, and they're happening. So it shouldn't be.
Okay.
So talking about the other one you mentioned,
the NAFC 130 aircraft.
Yes,
you made mention about it.
Yes, earlier on. Yeah. Nigeria has to be careful because this is a testing period for Nigeria, both as a country, and of course our reputation in international domain.
Okay.
This saga with Burkina Faso may rubbish our image further.
God forbid. Now it's time for sports. And I want to believe that you've been enjoying this segment that has to do with the newspaper headlines. And there's another segment that has to do with sports. Don't forget to drop your messages at the comment section and also tell us where you're watching us from. So now, sports.
Musa, you know I'm a grassroots fellow when it comes to sports. So let me start from Nigeria home front, talking about the Nigerian Premiership League. Last weekend there were matches, few of them both on Thursday and on Saturday. Saturday it was between Bendel Insurance and Rangers of Enugu. The match ended one goal apiece. And then the Plateau United FC and Rivers United, also the match ended 2-1 in favor. Saga in today's sports world is the issue of the AFCON. Just as Nigeria will be for only Fulham. Nigeria will be withdrawing Alex Iwobi, Kelvin Bassey, and Frank Onyekachi. Then Samuel Chukwueze. These are Frank Onyekachi is playing for Brentford. Come and answer the national call. Diarra, Ismail Assar, that guy is also good. And then Pepe Mata. Then we call him Matasa. He's a very good guy too. And he plays for Tottenham Hotspur. Then for South Africa, Foster will be leaving Burnley. Burnley will be African Cup of Nations after 18th of January. The way Nigeria is positioned, do you think they can do it?